Astangradya in the Uttarasthana 39th chapter dedicated to Rasayana, he explains that Yathaswam Chitrakaha Pushpai Jneya Pita Sita Sitaihi Yatottara Cha Gunavan Vidina Cha Rasayanam. Meaning, I mean, he explains different varieties of Chitraka in terms of its color, and he explains that when it is used appropriately, it acts as a Rasayana. And how to understand, because I mean we know that Chitraka is more of a cleansing and detoxifying and very Ushna Dravya, and not so very much in terms of it does not have much of nourishing action. But how to understand this Rasayana or cell rejuvenation and anti-aging effects, sir?
See, very simple reason. Whenever Chitraka type of drug it is used for the purpose of Rasayana, it doesn't mean that they themselves should have a nutritive value and they will give that nutritive value. That's why that things will happen as a Rasayana or elixir type of things. Many a times we have seen that there are certain good number of drugs, but even though it has been prescribed and the patient has taken, it won't reach to the tissues where it is required. So it's very clear, whenever there is a Agni proper, so that will create a relatively the path required to reach to the places where it is necessarily required. So that is the reason any drug of this nature like Chitraka or even Pippali or even Ballataka, all these are, even though they are all Katu, Ushna, Tikshna Dravyas, they have a special capacity to initiate the production of the various types of Agnis inside the body, maybe at the level of cellular level as well as even the tissue level. So when these things are produced, definitely it carries even the other material which are provided along with this. So whenever we are using this Chitraka, Ballataka, all these things, definitely along with that certain other nutritive materials are also used. These things will go ahead as a leader and they'll clear the paths and make the things for the digestion, as well as then the nutritive material comes that will be subjected for digestion, and it is even taken for the assimilation. So assimilation part is also taken care, as well as the digestive and carbonative part is also taken care. So when these things are just like it's a needle, only tip is sharp. If that is penetrates in, it can enter body of the needle cannot go in. So that's the reason these type of drugs are used as a penetrative one, and they make the way for the Rasayana effect. So that's the reason Chitraka, even Ardhaka, Pippali, Ballataka, all these, even though Ushnavirya and Tikshna Dravyas, they are used as a Rasayana, and they are providing the reason quite a good pharmacological action as Rasayana. We can understand even practically.
Yeah, that's a very important point that you made, that Rasana has like two components. One is the improving the Agni and keeping all the tissue level channels open so that the nutrition flows uniformly and thereby getting the Rasayana effect. There's a question by Deepliji here that you said that we need to be real careful while using Chitraka orally during pregnancy. But what about pregnancy mask? If especially for vitiligo, for external application, can it be used during pregnancy?
Care should be taken. If you are using Chitraka through the skin also as an application, it has a special affinity that it can even get absorbed from the skin to the bloodstream and may reach to the things where you are preferring not to go. So it should be taken care even in pregnancy. Applying Chitraka outside in case of a leukoderma, it is not indicated because it may have a tendency to pass through the skin and even get absorbed, go into the bloodstream and reaches to the uterus. So it is not indicated and it's not a right choice during pregnancy.
Thanks, sir. And while searching for this, I got another shloka from Ashtanga Hridaya itself. It says that Chaya Suskam Tato Moolam Masam Churni Kritam Liham. Meaning, if it is Chitraka is taken for 1 month, Sarpisha Madhu Sarpibhyam, Pipanva Payasi Yata, honey along with ghee, or Hita Nashi Shatam Jivitam Nirujaha. Meaning, for 1 month, if it is given along with ghee or along with honey or ghee, one can live up to 100 years, meaning they are specifying on the Rasayana action. Medhavi, Balavan, Kanto, Vapushman, Ditta, Vachakaha. Meaning one would become Medhavi, it improves intelligence, strength and the skin glow, all those things, including the speech and its related capacity. So all these things can be probably correlated with this Agni promoting action. So
it is just like, that's what I said, it's just like a tip of a needle. It gives a way, penetrates and opens the things, the channels for the flow of the materials. And that's what he said, chaya, shushkam, all these things, when which is shade dried and it is made powder, and such powder of Chitraka taken with along with the taila for a period of 1 month or so, it can even overcome the very bad vataroga also. So even though you observe there, if it is, and we all know that it is drug which is can be given for the increasing pitta, it can kill the kapha, but it is provided these powder of Chitraka taken along with tilataila for a period of 1 month, even it can control or even win over the baddest part of vataroga also. It has been explained. So it's very clear. It opens up the individual channel so that the flow of materials or the drugs moves to all different parts of the body, even to the deepest part of the body. That is the reason these opening of channel or even the carminative and digestive capacity present in these drugs gives a way open for the other drugs to follow them. So that is the reason it acts as a penetrative one, and that's the reason which can be used for the purpose of rasayana.